All right, hello. I oh, hold on. It's because I was watching myself. It's because I was watching myself. There we go. I've muted it so we won't have that. That's hilarious. What a rookie mistake. Anyway, this is Tackle for Loss. It is a early look at the game. So the developer had, expressed some interest to having the game kind of tested and looked at. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I don't remember exactly how everything went down. But long story short, the developer reached out and hooked me up with a key for the game, and I'm gonna play it, and we'll see how things go. A couple things with this is to remember that the game is not complete at this point. With this, what I'm looking at, it's still a work in progress. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have a release date just yet. I'm gonna toss a link. It doesn't even have me. Oh my gosh! Hold on. This is like a process because I haven't used Streamlabs before for streaming because it's been a while. Give me a minute while I try to kind of get into all of this. All right, I have now I can now post. I don't know why it was trying to like prevent me from being able to chat to begin with. Go away, rewards thing. There it is. Alright. And I have pinned the store title. Finally. Jeez, okay. I apologize for how ridiculous the start of this has been, but anyway, there's a couple of things that now the game is meant to be played with a controller, so that's what I'm going to do. There's a couple of questions that I am aiming to answer. Did the introduction of the game and especially the controls work? My opinion on the key binding. Why is the music getting louder? Alright, there we go. Alright. Let's see, how I think about the key binding for Interact. What is the key binding for Interact? Well, I guess we'll find out. And, then just some general feedback. So, overall, like, it's a relatively easy experience here as far as the streaming and whatnot. So, I'm going to switch over to my controller now and finally get started. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Ghost. I've kind of killed you right away. Alright. So from what I understand of the American football's, game, whatnot, that's exactly what happens in real life. Thanks, Daddy. Now let the tea party begin. Mrs. Bear would like some tea, please, with honey, right away, and for you, Madame Sarah. I'll have a cup of hot chocolate, please. Certainly anything else, my ladies. Daddy, please check Ivan. What did you say? Check Ivan Ironface. I'm afraid, Daddy, please safe me. I know it's a little girl, but I believe it's supposed to be save me with a V and an E. I don't know, I mean, like, possibly. I know, and I will. Do it, and please be quick. Now wake up, Daddy. No, I don't want to wake up yet. I want to look around a little bit more. Okay, so I want to start by saying, it's kind of like thrusts you in here, and it doesn't really give you any direction of like what it is exactly I'm going to do. There's a very tiny bit that you might have missed in the very beginning because I may not have recorded it, where it's basically a little girl saying, she wants you to like get rid of stuff so she can sleep better or whatever, and that's what happens. So I think it's a fine and dandy kind of introduction. But what I mean is, like, the only reason I know that A does the dash is because I pushed the button, or the very bottom controller button. I just feel like it, you know, I'm surprised that we don't actually have some kind of notification that is something that we have to do. The interaction button being the right bumper, I mean, so far I feel like that's a perfectly fine interaction button. I will say that it's not the normal button I would expect to be for interaction, but it's not a bad thing at all. Like, it's fine. It's gonna be something that will depend on the more levels I play, kind of see how things are, to determine what other buttons are used, to see, you know, really if that's a good idea or not. Oh boy, my head hurts. And I feel dizzy. Well, I mean, I would, you know, if I played football, I would also potentially feel dizzy, and with all its CTEs and whatnot. Oh, surprised that we can't bash our way through that. Take a nap. No nap time. Let's explore. Alright. For a second there, I was gonna be like, well, why do we have a car in the kitchen? But it's a garage. Alright. I really like the pixel art here. It's very impressive. We got this really cool kind of lighting aspect going on. Who's this dude? Dude, who are you? Glad that Joe and I are on the same page here. You're a subtenant. I moved in last year. Don't you remember? No, I don't. This is the first time I've ever seen you. So this is my house. Why do I live in the basement? Don't know. You wanted it that way. Where is my family? Well, I'm gone. You suffer from memory loss. But we'll work our way through it. I think my daughter is in danger. She is. Follow your gut. What does it say? Ivan Ironface. The Russian cartel? Good. Check on him. And no need for niceties with these rats, alright? The car is ready. Oh, alright. We're gonna go do some John Wicking, I guess. But instead of, like, guns, we're just gonna bash our way through everything. That's pretty cool. Don't have any coins. I guess we will come back. Of the Russian cartel. Now it's game day. All you have is 4 tackles per try. Oh, that's kind of like an unexpected limitation. Alright, but... Alright, well, I mean, like, I did okay. Like, I don't really know how I feel about being so limited with the amount of dashes that I have. Oh my gosh, I got shot. Well, that was a terrible choice. Because I feel like... Oh no. Oh no, I only got enough... No, I guess I have more than 4 tackles. Maybe it's like 4 tackles per room. I feel like it was kind of set up to, like, try to get this done with, like, 1 tackle. 1 person at a time. Out of options. Alright. Who's this guy? I guess because I can't tackle him. You know, I'm here, my daughter. You took her. Are you sure about that, big guy? You've been hitting the head. You've been hitting the head a little too hard back in your glory days. Don't you dare make fun of me. Let's rewind a sec. Your daughter went missing, what is it, 5 years back? I was still shoveling snow in Siberia then. 5 years, but... And maybe you should have kept a closer eye on Little Miss Perfect 5 years ago, huh? I'm curious, what is she, 18 now? I have no idea. You son of a bitch, don't you dare talk about her like that. No, wait, don't. Ooh, I earned $55. That kind of makes sense, given everything that's going on in the world today. Would not expect the Russians to have much money. Oh boy, my head hurts. and I feel dizzy. Oh, dude, you're waking up and you forget where you were and everything. Oh, this guy's really got like a really rough time. Come upstairs, let's jog your memory. Sincerely, your subtenant. My subtenant seems like a nice kind of person. A little bit weird, but overall, I would imagine they seem, you know, kind of nice. Well, Ivan seems to be out of the question. No big loss there. We have to dig deeper. I'm sure you found my note with the key that will take you further. I did. I'm assuming it's this. Oh, I've assumed correctly. January 21st, 1979. Congratulations, Daddy. You did it. Let's celebrate. Okay, so I don't know if it's like the little girl just chooses to say words incorrectly, or if it's legitimately spelling errors. I'm not really sure. I think like from a grammatical aspect, I would say congratulations, Daddy. I don't know. I'm not like an English major. Let's see, what did I do? You won the big bowl. It's a big bowl. I guess you are right. Okay, well. What if I just say thanks? Nothing. Alright, we can go up here. Who's this lady? There you are. We have all been waiting for you. We've all been waiting for you. Oh, you're like the only one here, Anna. What is happening here? This is really weird, and am I having a seizure? Seizure, you know, whatever, right? What are you talking about? This is your big day. I don't feel alright. Is this another dream? Nope, it's oh, jeez. Okay. It is a memory, love. It's a memory. Just say it's a memory. It is the year 1979. You just won the big bowl. You were right. I somehow remember. It was supposed to be the best day of our lives. Lives. Yeah. Just do our lives. Not lives. Lives is. I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know these people. I wasn't alive in the 70s, so I'm not really sure how people would talk back then. And turned into our worst nightmare. What do you mean? Let's see. Oh, look, it's the developer popped in. Sorry for the typos. I'm not an English native speaker. No, I'm like, it's perfectly fine. I definitely don't mean to call them out and sound like a dick. It's more of just, if I see them, I call them out, you know, like, just because they can sometimes get missed. The point is certainly making its way across, so don't feel bad about it. The writing is good thus far. A couple of misspellings here and there, but not a big deal. Definitely enjoying the story bits thus far. I'll take a go make a visit in the room north of the beach. Oh, where's the beach? Oh, this is the beach. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Who's this dude? Hello, Mr. Dude. Bodyguard. Hey boss, can I fancy you for a cold martini on the rocks? I don't really drink anymore, so I'm gonna go with no, but I feel like for the purpose of this, let's say yes. Go. I guess we had a good time with it. Fill me out, what happened here? Oh boy, you had a few drinks and whatnot, right? Oh, dang. You drinking and driving, what a terrible choice, my dude. I mean, it's your big day. Come on, just help me out. Your daughter Sarah was abducted. Wait, what? Where is she? Trail ends here, no idea where he has gone with your daughter. He, your bodyguard. What can you tell me about him? He is from a biker gang, gotta have muscle around me. What gang? He was with, what was it? Scorpio. Alright, let's go visit Scorpio. Okay, so but my daughter's been missing for 5 years. Yeah, alright, well I'll just say hi to you again, Sarah. I'm gonna go find you now. You might be missing, but I will find you. Oh wait, I don't think it showed if I had any limitation on how many tackles I could do this time. Actually, I think I've got it like 4, if that number is correct up there. Hello, Mr. Biker. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Biker. Whoops. Second time's a charm. Yeah. It's like really easy to get kind of, I don't know, I guess like overly confident. You know, I'm trying to like time it right. I dodged a bullet earlier and I feel like so confident in myself. Aw, man, limited tackles really kills me. Like, I understand it being there for like this kind of like a difficulty, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I feel like it's there in a positive way. It's almost like walking into a room and like Hotline Miami and only having a certain amount of... Oh, whoops, wasn't even looking. It's like only having a certain amount of ammunition. So it makes sense. Like, I don't want to say too many bad things about the limited tackling, but at the same time, I definitely wish I could tackle as much as possible. Simply because despite the skills that I might be displaying here and doing a relatively good job here and tackling everybody relatively quickly and, you know, well, just kind of doing an exceptional job getting these bikers flattened. I'm more of what I consider a casual player. So that would be something I would hope for, you know, in the future, that there's just essentially like, I guess, like an easy mode or something that kind of gives me unlimited tackles, just to make sure that, like, I can experience everything without actually just struggling. I don't think it's arbitrary. I think it's... because when you think about, like, what's happening, if you look at this, like, probably, like, the game that I would consider this most like is Hotline Miami. You know, and there's a couple other games that have coming out or I've played that are very similar to this. Like, you got Intravenous 1 and 2, I guess, that have some similarities too. And so, you know, having a limit on your attacks is something that is very fitting for this kind of game. The only thing is, I guess, because it's a melee attack, it almost seems like perhaps a stamina system would be better in place. Like, maybe I can, you know, if I do, I don't know, too many dashes too quickly, then maybe I have to wait a little bit before I can do another one. Something like that. I'm not really sure of the best option, but I guess I just think, like, maybe some options on how many tackles I could get. But I don't think it's too limited. Like, I haven't run into a situation where I feel like anything is impossible. Picked her up and dropped her off. Just business. You did what? Hey, boss, it's water under the bridge. You still pissed? Pissed? Tell me where you brought her. Relax. Yeah, I actually have no idea. Are you shitting me? I threw you both out in some parking lots. No idea who picked you up and paid me. Are we good, boss? Fine. Consider yourself cut permanently. Hey, stop it. What are you doing? Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna smush you to bits, Mr. Dude. Oh boy, my head hurts, and I feel dizzy. Yeah, man, you're just having, like, one heck of a bad time. Well done, come upstairs. Sincerely, your subtenant. I'm just, you know, if you ever watch the movie Memento, I have to say that I feel this is a lot like, from the storyline of Memento, I would say there are some similarities. Because you couldn't remember anything, instead of writing tattoos, reading notes from the subtenant. Good job at the biker gang, this will pay off, you will see. But now open the next door in your brain. Proceed to the witness stand. Please don't make a scene, everyone is waiting for you. Who are you, Anna? Chin up, buddy, this is part of life, you know? Hello, Mr. Judge, I'd like to speak to you, but I guess I can't. Case number 81DV1234, divorce petition, Anna Bradshaw versus Joe Bradshaw. Well, dang. Poor guy. Joe Bradshaw, or Bradshaw, has finally found the witness stand. Please proceed. Wow. Okay, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor, Mr. Bradshaw. Oh, we were Mr. Bradshaw in the last sentence, and now we're Mr. Bradshaw again. I thought I was, like, losing my brains. So, On the night of Sarah's disappearance, are you aware you were seen significantly intoxicated? Look, I don't remember anything from that night. Fortunately, your condition is well documented by the police report, and despite being drunk, you took your young daughter to a party. Were you even capable of properly supervising her? I said I don't remember. What a convenient memory loss. Don't you dare accuse me of that. I'd do anything to fix this. Then you better make an effort. How can you blank out our daughter? I didn't. At times, you can't even remember her name. It's Sarah. But what happens if we say it's Lara? Or... I'm gonna go with Sarah. I want to get this right. This is probably important. Congratulations, Dad of the Year. Well, thank you, Anna. I'm so happy that you accepted that I'm awesome. So where is she? You were with her. You should take care of her. I'm trying. God, my head hurts. Your Honor, as you can see, there is no willingness to cooperate. I'm really trying. Oh man, this pain in my head. Steak. Diane, I beg your pardon? A steak with cognac sauce. Cognac sauce. I'm thinking about something. Your Honor, Mr. Bradshaw is making fun of this trial and this court. No, this is important. Ooh, I don't want to say these words out loud because then it's like a nutty words. But F this, F you, F you, F this. Nothing wrong with it. Language is fine. I feel like it's actually very appropriate, given the context. No further questions, Your Honor. I can see we've had enough for today. The hearing is adjourned until tomorrow. You had steak with Sarah just before she disappeared. Go check that dubious diner. Let's say goodbye to Anna. Nope, she doesn't want to say goodbye to me. Alright. Go check the diner. Well, where can I do anything with the experience yet? I don't know. I'm assuming that eventually I'll be able to. I have the strong feeling I don't have all the skills ready yet. Start the mission anyway. Well, no, if there's a thing that I can do to unlock some skills, maybe. Hey, Diane. Now I remember we were dropped off at that steak restaurant. Went to the back room and had steak with the chef. What are you waiting for? Squeeze that guy out. But it's telling me that I need some skills. Oh, I forgot that I had a coin. Oh, that's what those things are up there. Those are coins. Yeah, I'm not really a fast learner. Okay. Unlock the door and learn Tackle 2. This enables kill streaks. If you hit in quick succession, you get extra uses. Well, hot dang, that sounds like an awesome choice. That's one of the things I was, kind of hoping for. I didn't say it out loud, but it was in my head. Alright. Chain kills. Alright, that worked really well. Yeah, you can take back the stuff that I was saying about the limitations on, how many tackles I can do, because this kind of... Oh man, it kind of eliminates that problem right now. Yeah, I think, I'm really trying to do a good job. I mean, I always try to do a really good job, but I don't always do a great job. I had some coffee this morning, I had some breakfast. The controls are really intuitive as well. It's really easy to pick up and play. It is not difficult at all. Everything feels really natural. Really impressed with how easy everything feels with the control scheme. Wait, how the bodyguard? I thought it smushed him earlier, but I guess not. I guess it's an earlier memory. Hey boss, shit, I am not your boss anymore. What have you done to my daughter? Picked her up and dropped her off. Just business. You did what? Hey boss, it's water under the bridge. You still pissed? Pissed? Tell me where you brought her. Well, actually, I actually have no idea. This is the same conversation that we just had. This feels kind of weird. Oh, content-wise, this is where this version ends. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and end that. Alright. Well, yeah, definitely is the end of the content. Cool. Not that I didn't believe you, I just wanted to, I guess, run around and look and see if I saw anything else that maybe I could open or do. I will say that I'm honestly really impressed. It's very entertaining, it's very fun. I love the pixel art, looks great, animations are really cool. It's, you know, for me, I definitely look at it kind of like, I guess, I don't know if I want that one. What does this one do? Sprint. You know what? I'll do this one. But I kind of look at it as very similar to some place yes developer did forget to write this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I look at it. I look at it mostly as what I would consider like Hotline Miami, but just to focus on Melee. There is a game that starts with a K that I cannot remember the title of. It's not out yet, but I would say it has some similarity to how the game is. Alright, so no more backstory. So how many levels are there currently available in this version? Like, it's okay that there's, you know, the backstory's kind of over, but... because if there's more levels, like, I'm happy to pretty much play through the entire set of what's available. Because I'm having a good time with this. This is very entertaining. Oh, this is why Sprint would have been useful. Kind of catch up 2 more, I think. Alright, I'm going to play through all of those then. I will say all of those rooms kind of feel the same. It's a nice level. It's a nice variety of seeing something that's like a little bit more open, and it's pretty cool. Oh, cool. We're in a junkyard. Kind of unexpected. Yeah, you know what? I would have thought there would have been more than 3 enemies. Oh. Oh my gosh. Stop getting shot. There we go. I actually really like the whole idea of like kind of hiding around a corner until these guys come around and like smash them to bits. That's pretty cool. Hello, Arcantoloco. Yeah, I would agree with you. I think the art style is fantastic. But I mean, like, I'm a huge fan of pixel art. I find it to be like one of those kind of everlasting art styles. It'll be, if it looks great today, it's gonna look great tomorrow and literally every day into the future. You don't have to worry about anything ever changing in that aspect. Kind of like, I don't know, a lot of people like the Mona Lisa. I don't really personally like the Mona Lisa. I don't think it's that exciting. I prefer like the girl with the earring, but not the point. You look at like classic paintings and just kind of how they're timeless classics because so much work went into it, and you can kind of really appreciate the design and the art. And I feel like it's, you know, pixel art is kind of the same thing. So it seems too easy. Aw, You make me feel like I'm really good at the game. Like, I mean... So I will say that, like, I think the difficulty probably could be ramped up a little bit. Like, for example, when we look at the last missions I was at, or the last missions I was in, there were only like 3 enemies. There just weren't that many. Different ways I think you could probably increase difficulty is you need to either increase the amount of enemies that are in the game or in the levels, or perhaps give them a little bit more variety on the types of attacks they do, because everybody seems to have kind of the same thing. Everybody's going around and just kind of, they got the shot. I've got this nice window to avoid being shot and kind of catch up to them. And I think that's fine, but I imagine in a situation like that just happened where I missed for my dodge. I was kind of close, but I wasn't exactly where I needed to be. If that enemy would have had like a melee attack, like a baseball bat or a machete, katana, I don't know, like a crowbar, something, just some kind of melee attack that they could have done, it would make that that miss that I did almost like a huge mistake. Well, I guess it would be a huge mistake because they would have been dead, but the point is, I think one of the easiest ways to kind of increase difficulty is add more enemies, but the other thing would give them like some kind of melee attack for when you've missed them and if you come pretty close. I don't know exactly how you would kind of fit that in, because I imagine you would have to do it in a way that kind of matched up to, like, maybe I don't really know how you would make that work to where it doesn't get kind of feel unfair, I think, but I think it would be, I think it's totally doable. Alright, I think we've reached the limit of the levels because I just did it, so yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like, this is a really, really solid demo experience. Like I said, the game plays fantastically. It is very easy to pick up and play. The controls are very responsive. They feel absolutely natural. There's never a point that I feel like things don't, work properly. The interaction key being the right bumper, I feel like that one's not too bad. Like, at first I wasn't really sure how I felt about it, but I think it works fine. And as far as like enemies being able to see you in the distance and attack you a bit sooner, I would say that's probably a good suggestion. I don't know that I would have every enemy be able to like see you from really far away, but I think if you had more enemy variety, where you had some enemies that see you from further away, I think that would make a big difference to kind of change on how you do. Because a lot of this does feel like you're using some bit of stealth. Like, timing is important. I don't want to go out too soon. I want to make sure that they don't see me. So that would kind of vary the playstyle a bit, I think. And I think that would be a good idea to kind of add some of that in there. So yeah, so that would definitely kind of change up the enemy variety, or the enemy, or well, I don't want to say the enemy. It would definitely change up the difficulty by adding in more enemy variety. Oh yeah, I get like multiple sprints. Alright, well. Okay, alright, so now we got sprint, we get to try it. That's actually pretty cool. It doesn't seem like there's any stamina attached to the sprint. Okay, you know, I was wrong. There definitely is, because now that I've used it for a little bit, I feel that little vibration in my controller. It's basically saying, hey, you're trying, but you're just not making it. But yeah, definitely, I would say the thing that needs the most improvement or change is there definitely needs to be a ramping up of difficulty, because, you know, like, I've been playing it for, you know, about 35 minutes at this point, and because I've been playing it for a while, I mean that, and I'm playing kind of the same levels, I'm feeling, like, really confident, and I'm doing, like, a really decent job of, like, just kind of barreling through these guys. I'm basically John Wick, except for instead of my dog being, you know, killed and whatnot, it's my, my kid was stolen. Okay, yeah, and I see the sprint there. So another thing that I think would be kind of cool to add, and probably doesn't need to be added in like every single level, but if there were some things that we could maybe interact with, maybe something that kind of, you know, goes towards the enemy, or not the enemy, I'm sorry, goes towards the memory of, like, you know, like when we're in the, you know, like, we're not in the diner in this room. Is this, I don't know, wherever we are now, like, for example, at the diner, something like, oh, this is where we sat and had steak or something. Just something like that to kind of just help emphasize the narrative of what we're doing. Because I think with the context that we're looking for our missing daughter, there is this level of connection that I would expect players to have, that I think would be very cool and important. But yeah, I think that will make a huge difference, adding in some difficulty. Let's see, let's see, we got 15. I feel like they just kind of open up some more. I'm trying to unlock as many of these that are in here, just to kind of try them out. Alright, I don't know how to use the juke. So that would be something that I would suggest as well. Actually, it's right here. Tackle and juke is this. Oh, okay, alright. So never mind. I was just going to say that if there is a way to kind of look through here and encourage the player to see how it is they actually use the different things, such as sprint, interact, tackle, juke, because you're unlocking it and there's not really something that really pops up immediately that tells you, like, this is how you use it. What happens if I juke? Okay. Aw, man, I only get, like, one of them? Oh, that's really kind of disappointing. I gotta look and find out where it has that kind of marked. It's the green, alright. Yeah, I imagine those, like, little arcade cabinets in those rooms is gonna be where the information on the skills will be. So it's one of those things that's like, it may not be there now, but, you know, all the places that I would imagine it would be, it seems to be there. I don't think it's, like, too big of an issue. It's really easy to pick up. Like, the game is, you know, like I've said, like, several times, it's super intuitive. It's probably, like, one of the easiest times I've had of picking up a game and just kind of starting to kind of mold right into it. without too many problems. Oh wow, I did not expect him to get me. Yeah, they might need like a little bit faster response time, the actual enemies. But again, I think the best way to do that is with multiple types of enemies, not just using one specific type. But you know, again, obviously in this version, I'm not expecting there to be a huge variety of enemies. Wait, hold on, did I... Yeah. Oh wait, hold on, is that... Okay, so I think that's... Yeah, I guess that looks like that's finally it. We've reached the end. Oh, it would be cool if I could carry over all the skills I have to the new game, because it looks like that's what I'd have to do at this point. There's no option to kind of go back to the main menu, which is kind of unfortunate if I wanted to kind of just start over already. So that would be something I would request to be added, maybe for like the next version or something. Like, it's not necessary, but it's nice to be able to kind of go back to the main menu and just kind of start over without having to close the game completely. But yeah, so that's, I mean, I guess, like, I mean, overall, like, I mean, I feel like I've kind of experienced all the stuff there is to see here. Too bad I don't have one more point. I want to unlock this room. So, yeah, I guess, like, if you have any questions about my experience that you want to ask real quick, or not necessarily real quick, but if you have any questions you want to ask before I sign off, you know, go ahead, and I will stick around to answer any of those. But, you know, obviously, gameplay-wise, I think I've reached the point where there's not really anything else I can show or talk about outside of just things I've already said ad nauseum. So. Yeah, I would also be curious how long the game has been in development. And I covered everything while playing. That's actually really good. I'm glad. I'm proud of myself. Wow. Oh, so April of this year. So that's, I mean, that's really cool. That's essentially kind of amazing that you have made such a polished project with such a satisfying gameplay loop, great graphics, good music. Like, this is really impressive for something that has only been worked on since April. Like, that's really cool. It's absolutely awesome. I gotta say, I have played a lot of games from a lot of solo developers, but this is easily one of the most impressive titles I have seen, because just like there's so much to it that feels intuitive and really good. The attention to detail in the environments is really, really cool. You have a story that, you know, at least for me, like I'm a dad, like I've got, you know, a couple of daughters, so, you know, it has like this kind of level of connection for me, because I mean, I'm not a football player, but I mean, I would absolutely smash people into walls to go save my kids, you know, and so like it definitely hits on a personal level for me as far as storyline. And as somebody who plays a ton of games, one of my favorite things is when I can find a connection to the story, because it makes me want to continue playing and experiencing more of it because I actually care about what's happening. So, you know, I think that you've done an excellent job there. I do have a question though. So, like, I haven't seen any way to use it in the current version I'm playing right now, but the money. You know, I've got $550 of some sort. I'm curious how the currency is going to be used in the game. If that's something I can ask, if it's not like a secret at this time. That would be my first thing that I would consider a bug, a graphical bug. The actually no, it's not. Never mind. I was going to say these pieces of the car, either, you know, like I'm able to walk under them, but I'm not sure if they're supposed to be on the ground or if they're supposed to be implied that this is almost like a moment frozen in time and these are like in the air. I think I can view it as either way. So. So downstairs we'll be able to buy different helmets. Okay. Are the helmets going to be purely cosmetic, or are they going to have some kind of abilities? Yeah, there should be a link. Should be a link that's posted. There should be a link that's pinned for the game, but I'm just gonna toss it in there. There's a link to the game's page. I highly encourage going and checking it out and maybe tossing it onto your wish list. Oh, yeah, so I didn't take a nap before, so I'm going to take a nap now. Aw, it's too bad we can't, like, go out and practice our skills. So that would be something that I think I would recommend as well. Like, I don't know that ever, like, I kind of forgot about the nap, in the beginning. Like, I saw it when I first started playing, and I didn't use it, so, but I think what would be cool here in the dream sequence area is if we were able to kind of like open up this door and go out and practice our newfound skills against these ghosts. Like, I know everything's super easy to pick up and everything, but I personally just feel like that would be kind of a cool addition, because right now, I mean, like, there's literally no reason to go use this to take a nap. So that's just like one way you probably could do something to kind of make the nap kind of a useful thing. Yeah, so, oh, and Archon Tiloco has wishlisted the game, which makes this entire 48 minutes that I've been streaming entirely worth it. I mean, yes, I did it for the purpose of the developer Dan Wicht getting some solid feedback on the game itself, but the fact that somebody wishlisted just makes me happy. I'm just really thrilled that that has occurred, because that's really kind of like the main reason I do this sort of thing. So what I guess, you know, that's going to be kind of about, I think that's going to be kind of it. You know, thanks. I try. I haven't been streaming in a while. Just due to a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to come back and do things. Yeah, there will be a video on demand. I will send you a link to it pretty much when I finish this. I will send it to you so you'll have it. I've got two options. I can toss this on YouTube as is, the whole thing, or I can make a second video where I just play the game on YouTube, which will have, you know, it won't be like a first time experience because obviously I've played it for a while, but it'll have me do my usual stuff where I babble on about the things I like and just playing and having a good time and trying to do, you know, good stuff. So it's really up to you on what you think would best benefit you. I'm open to both. I'm even open to, you know, putting this whole experience on YouTube and then making another video that's just more concise. It'll probably be obviously much shorter because I would just kind of play through, and I would probably stop when I reach the point where it says, like, you know, kind of content is over. You know, that would potentially work better for people who maybe aren't planning to watch a game being played for, you know, a longer period of time, for, you know, shorter time periods. I don't do shorts or anything like that, but whatever works best for you, I am very willing to do. But yeah, just let me know what works for you, and that's what I'll do. And I'll probably have that done today. I think I will make a difficult version to challenge you. Yeah, definitely do. A difficult version would be great. More enemies. Have enemies be, you know, throw in some, like, I don't want to say snipers because it doesn't make sense for like a sniper in a building, I guess, but maybe like a sharpshooter, somebody who sees me pretty quick. You know, I think that would be super awesome. And for now, you can put this up on YouTube. I would be happy about that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube to go along with everything. I will send you a link to the video on demand, and I will send you a link to the YouTube video once that's up there as well. And I'm probably gonna just kind of take a look at some other things in the, you know, that I can. I'm gonna look at like how the files are set up for the game to kind of see what's there, because I also like to mod the crap out of games when I can. And honestly, I'm just gonna look and see if I can kind of adjust the experience to kind of give me a whole bunch so I can try to get into all these rooms. I don't know. I'm just gonna look. I haven't looked to see if it's even something I could even remotely do. But anyway, we'll go ahead and call it good here. It was a great time. This is like, you know, it's definitely been one of the best demos I have played in a while. So I'm really happy that you reached out to me to hook me up with the opportunity to give this a shot. And I hope, you know, I definitely hope that it does really well and gains a whole bunch of wish lists, because it definitely deserves it. This was a great experience. So, you know, definitely thank you to the developer, Dan Wicht, for coming by and everything. I really appreciate you coming by and giving some input, and then being able to give you the feedback is super helpful. And yeah, so unless anybody's got anything else they want to kind of toss in there, ask questions, say anything, I'm going to consider this kind of good to go, and that'll be the end of this video. Alright, cool. Seems like we are good. And you are very welcome. I had a great time. Glad for those of you who are watching live had a good time, and hope the people that watch this on YouTube enjoy their time as well. So, without further ado, goodbye, and until next time.